All right, welcome to our final assignment about manifest destiny, or at least the middle of the unit one. And so for this, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be analyzing some paintings, and then what you're going to actually hand in is a graphic organizer. So some quick pro tips for analyzing art. Okay. First of all, you should look at the images closely. I'm going to show you where to find the larger versions of the images, right? Look not just at what's included in the picture, as in the actual images and graphics, but also look at how the color is used, how it makes you feel, how the artist uses things like light or dark to indicate mood, anything like that, right? You'd also look at potentially what's not included, would be another kind of thing to look at. So the graphic organizer I've provided is going to have you looking at two separate images that have the same basic theme, manifest destiny, okay? But they view it in very different ways. And really what I'm going to be having you do is look at how these are similar and how they're different, okay? Some quick things to point out on the rubric, by the way. If you don't answer all the questions on the chart, or on the graphic organizer, that's an automatic one. Okay. So you do want to answer all of the questions. Give it your best shot, right? Answers like IDK or I don't know count as not answering, just so that we're abundantly clear, okay? So to find these things, what you're going to do is click on these links right here, and I'm going to start with the graphic organizer. Let me go ahead and increase the size of that. Okay, so you've got another copy of the rubric there. This is just a basic 2-point rubric, right? So that you know off the top of your head what the meaning is. We've got image number 1 here, okay, and image number 2 right here. And we've got the same 3 questions for both of them. And that's how you're going to be doing that compare and contrast piece. All right, so those 3 questions are, what do you see? Describe the action in the image. Okay. And then what is the message of the image? So what do you see? That's pretty clear, right? You shouldn't have any problems figuring that out, as long as you're not like saying space aliens attacking the Earth or something similarly far off track. You'd be good to go there. Just give me lots of good detail. Okay. Describe the action in the image. What's actually happening, right? What are people doing? What do you see people doing, right? What's happening? And then the message, this one's a lot trickier, right? So this is where what you have to tell me, since remember we said the theme of both of the images is manifest destiny, right? You have to tell me, how does the artist think about manifest destiny? Okay. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it something that maybe God favors, or is it something that the devil cheers? Does it have nothing at all to do with religion, right? And remember, we're talking about westward expansion. So that idea of manifest destiny has to do with the idea that it's the God-given right. That's where that idea of God or the devil comes in, right, from Christian theology. But is it manifest destiny is that idea that it's the God-given right of white settlers to expand from the East Coast, where they get started, all the way over to the West Coast, okay? All right, and then the same thing here. So we've got those 2 images. And then at the very end, we've got 2 more questions, right? And again, these are thinking people's questions, okay? Which image do you think is a more accurate representation of the impact of manifest destiny, and why? Okay. Worth knowing. You can answer this either way using either image. Okay. I'm less interested in whether you think it's the first image or the second image than I am in that why question. Okay. What makes you think one image is more accurate of the impact than the other. Okay? Give me good reasons from your reading, from your knowledge, you get credit. Okay, no matter which image you pick, just to be very, very clear. All right, this other one, why is it important to look at other perspectives at the other perspective, because we're only looking at two, of manifest destiny, right? And again, it's an opinion question, so you got to stay on topic. But there are 6,000,000,002 answers that could be right. You just have to find one of them. And as long as you're not talking about the space aliens attacking the pyramids or something similarly silly and off task, right? If you give me lots of good detail, you show me you understand it, you're going to be good to go on those questions. All right, and then as you'll see, there's nothing else on this page. So that's our graphic organizer, right? Now, because if I were you, I would not want to look at those images so small. The other thing that I did was I went ahead and I took them and I put them into a PowerPoint so that you could look at the images closer. So this is the second image, right? And this is the first image. And they are cut to be the size of the slides. But you can actually, when you look at them now, you can see a lot more detail for what's going on. Okay? So look at those. Those will enable you, seeing them so much larger will enable you to look at them much closer and to provide that detail that you're going to need to get the 3 or the 4, right? And that's really the difference between those, is you're giving me good information for a 2, give me good information plus some details for 3, giving me good information plus lots of details for the 4. All right, if you have any questions, if you need any help with anything, go ahead and reach out and let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you during class.